Hey, Nightcore, can you hear me okay? I'm stinking audio. Okay, good. I'm using the webcam. Forget this stupid microphone. All right, good. I apologize, you guys. I hate it when that happens because then I have to start it all over and everything. Anyway, where were we? Uh, yeah, the favorite Monopoly games. Mega Monopoly, recommend that one. Monopoly City, recommend that one. If you like card games, Monopoly Deal is really good. And the Monopoly card game, the original one, is pretty good too. I like those. Um, I'm interested in seeing what the new Monopoly gamer Sonic is going to be like. We're going to be getting that one in a couple of days. But Bang, I had Bang, but that's a three-player game. We never got a chance to play it. If I were Restoration Games, I would work on Omega Virus. That would be my choice. I would love to see what they would do with Omega Virus. And let me think of another one. Yeah, man, I think Omega Virus. Oh, they do got it. Okay, well, let me try another one. Hero Quest. Maybe Hero Quest. They may or may not have to do that because um, that would be a good one. And maybe what's another one? Voice of the Mummy would be a good one too. That's the game that has the record player in it. Yeah, that would be a good one to redo, Key to the Kingdom, because I like that game. I just wish that they were able to do more with it, but I enjoy it. I did hear that. Yeah, yeah. I think I know that they were going to try to re-release Hero Quest like about 10 years ago, but something happened. I was like the 25th anniversary edition. Uh, but yeah, but I think if they could re-release Hero Quest, that would be interesting, or at least re-release the expansions because those things are just so much money now. Any good board games you see on eBay? Trying to think of what I'm looking for right now. I've got Crossfire on there. I'm looking at Space Crusade. That's like Hero Quest's sister. And trying to think what else. Yeah, those are the two main ones I'm looking at. And Curse of the Idol, that's another one I'm trying to get. Yes, I am back, and I'm not using this microphone anymore because it keeps screwing up. Um, but I'd love to be able to play Space Crusade. That plays a lot like Hero Quest, and I would love to be able to play that one. Some of the games like that I have, they didn't make in the United States, and I wish that they would have done so. That would have been nice. It's good to see you. I'm glad to be back. I would love to try out Curse of the Idol. I've seen them go for like under $50, and so I'm kind of waiting for a copy to come available that's about that price. Right now, they're like double that, and I don't want to spend that much money on it. Um, but yeah, I love those games that have the big board and have a lot of the detail on there and things of that nature. I like those kind of games. Oh, that's a good deal. That's a really good deal. Let me think. I'm trying to think of any of the other games. Well, I'll tell you what. What is the most expensive game that you guys have? I'll go ahead and ask you all that. I have not heard of that one. Let me write that one down. Is that a recent game, Nightcore? Seance. You know what? If you need the sound files to that game, I have them. There was a guy, I think he used to have a site called voiceofthemummy.com, and I think some of the site is disabled, but he actually sent me the sound files to it. So if for some reason your record doesn't work, I can send them to you. I usually use an app and a little Bluetooth speaker in my copy because my record player doesn't work, and it works just as well. And you don't have to worry about fixing it. Yeah, those are the same with me. I think, yeah, Dark Tower for sure. I have seen those games go for $125 after Christmas last year. I think there were about 3 copies that were going for about that much, and I was surprised. I thought that they'd go for more, but that's how I got mine. Hero Quest, I had to trade about 39 games to get that one. There was someone local that I met that had it. Yeah, that's about what I paid for it too. Let me look that up for you really quick. What's the title of it, Nightcore? Oh my gosh, $1. That's awesome. Mine was complete too. I think the woman I only played it maybe one time back in the 80s, and she stored it away the rest of the time. Yeah. You know what I'm curious about, and you guys can tell me what you think, whoever has Dark Tower. Do you think people who've never played the game would like it today? I'm curious because I know my chiropractor's kids love it, but my friend Mark's kind of like, meh. He hadn't played it, but he wasn't impressed, even just about hearing about it. Let me take a look for you real quick, Nightcore. Uh, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I've seen that around. Let me see here. I'm just looking up something real quick, you guys. Come on, computer. All right. All right. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Let's see here. I'll tell you what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find those Mario Kart Monopoly Power Packs. Let's see here. There's the game. Oh, no, that's the book. Let me try this. If anybody happens to have any power packs they want to sell, please let me know. Especially the Bowser one. Apparently, Bowser is going for like $20 now. I'm like, oh, come on. Right now on eBay, that game brand new is going for about $17 to $18. That's what I see it going for. Oh man, Samurai Swords is great. I love that game. If you like war games, that's a fantastic game. I got mine, I think, for $25 or so, but they usually go for about 50. I know, I'm about late, but it's sad because I just got the Mario Kart game, and the reason why I got it was because my wife needed me to spend $10 more to get free shipping on something, and so we got that game, and now we really like it. But anyway, now you can't get them anywhere unless you go on eBay. I'm like, man, yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be really good. If they did like they did with Fireball Island, which I've yet to get that one, but I hear it's phenomenal. If it's going to be like that, then yeah, it's going to be really good. Broadside and Boarding Parties, that's a great game. Access to Allies, I tried to learn that game, but that's a game you almost have to be with a group that already knows how to play it because to teach it, it takes forever. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's good. Nightcore, yeah. I mean, if it's new, yeah, it'll sell for something. Yeah, $1 or $2. Yeah, especially when it's around October, things are going to start selling a lot better because Christmas is coming up. So now's a good time to try to sell it. Oh, thank you, Nick. I really appreciate that, man. Appreciate the compliment. Fourth Dimension. Man, I'm trying to remember what that one was about. That was, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that the one where you could take the pieces off and time travel back on or something like that? I liked it. It's a good strategy game. It's old, but it seemed to be a good game. Let me see here. I'm gonna get those I'm gonna get those things eventually. I just can't believe that Bowser's like $20 now. It's like, are you serious? That's a main character. Why? Anyway. Oh yeah, you can get Star Wars Epic Duels for a lot less than $100. Let me see. How did I get mine? I found one on Facebook Marketplace for $10, and then another one a friend of mine sold me for I think 20 or 30. So you should be able to get a good copy for 30 if you're patient, you know. Which pieces are missing from that broadside and boarding parties? I had a couple of swords that were broken off, and what I did was I used toothpicks and I painted them with a Sharpie, and they look great to fix them. Uh, I'm holding on that review. This could be sick. I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Oh, um, I think you might be able to find some parts on eBay for that. If not, I know Board Game Geek. They have like a parts page where people are, have parts there. Sometimes they'll just send them to you for free. But that's a lot of the ways where I get my parts is from there. Is Board Game Geek. Oh, yeah. My guess is when they made the collector's edition, they didn't. I don't think they had Bowser in there for some reason. And now that you can't get the characters in any of the stores anymore, I mean they're about the same price, but Bowser for some reason is harder to get. So I'm assuming that's why it's more expensive. Yeah, if you can find a file for the parts, I know HeroQuest. There's a guy I met that he made 3D printouts of a ton of the parts from the expansions on there, um, and they look. And I haven't tried them out myself, but he did a bunch of them. All right, I'm gonna just go through these real quick. I do not have an update on that yet. I'm gonna. That's a game I'm gonna keep. I'm keeping my eye on that game. I'm just trying to see if I can get a good deal on it. It's not that much, but I haven't got it yet. Let me see here. Uh, Twilight Imperium, one of Matt's favorite games. I haven't learned that one yet. Really? Mario Kart Matchbox cars? Man, that might actually be better than the actual card. But the only thing is, I need to get the cards that go with the Mario Kart cars. But I probably can find those on eBay. I think I'm gonna have to look that up because if they could fit on the board, man, those would be awesome to use. I know my wife has like the Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube, and we were actually playing that last night. They got a ton of characters on there. What game do I think I will review next? Well, I was gonna do what was it called? Man, I can't remember the title of it. I got some game today called Go Go Glow Worms or something like that. I might do that. I know that I know I'd like to review Fortress America. I just haven't had a chance to play it yet. But I'll probably do if I don't do Glow Worm, I'll probably do what is that game? I can't remember, but I'll say Glow Worm. But if you guys can think of any other game that you'd like to see a review on, please let me know, and I'd be more than happy to put that up there. Do you think let's see, okay. What intellectual property would you like to see made into a game? Oh, man. Let me think. I was actually thinking about, I'll tell you what, I've always thought it would be kind of funny if they made some game like, oh gosh, like some kind of political game with the 2016 election or something like that. I don't know. Maybe something like that. But maybe I can't think of anything at the moment. What do you have any suggestions, Mr. Nick Van Dam? And I'll go to this question. Restoration Main, like Tornado Rex. I tell you what, I would love it if they would make those games. Those are two great games. And In From the Pit is hard to get. Every so often they'll have one for maybe under $100 on eBay. I actually had to buy two incomplete copies to get mine, and I got really lucky. But yeah, if enough people suggest it, I would not be surprised if they did it. All right. I've been talking to them about 20 Rex. Been tricky. I don't think it's a priority of what they're working on. Yeah. Stargate. Yeah. I'm thinking, what show do we usually watch? Burn Notice, maybe. That would be an interesting one. And I'm trying to think what other show. Yeah, there's some really good shows out that they might be. I'd be curious to see if they did one on Blue Bloods. That's a really good show too. Uh, Stargate. I haven't played that one yet. Let's see here. Let me just read through these comments real fast, y'all. I would like to bring it from the pit to a. I might bring, I know I'm going to be going to one of these game nights at TBS Comics soon, and they say, you can bring whatever games you want. I might actually bring one of these big board games just to see, because I'm sure none of them have ever seen it before. That's kind of what I saw when I looked at the game myself. It just kind of looked a little cheap. But I heard the game is great. Yeah. How about I will wish you luck, Mr. Tabletop. But every so often, I'll see a complete copy of that game for under $100. If you can get it for under $100, I would get it because that's a tough game to get complete for sure. I'll tell you what. Let's see. One of these, yeah, I want to get it. I figure the way it looks like it plays better with more than 2 players. And if I had more of a game group, I would actually get that game. But right now, since it's just me and my wife, I'm going to wait until we get more people. I think it would be great if they would remake. Well, they're already making it. Have you guys ever played that Lord of the Rings game from 2001? I think Fantasy Flight made it. It has like the green box. That's a game that I think is fantastic if you like Lord of the Rings. And I know they've got some expansions, but the expansions are a little bit pricey. But that game is great. I love that game. I don't know if any of y'all have ever played it, but it's great. Is that the one? It might be. It's kind of got like a green box to it, and it's based off the book. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm just going to look through the comments. I might bring it. I would love to see what people think about it. My only fear is that people might steal the parts or something, but I don't think they would. But I'm yeah, I think so. I'm going to try it out. Yeah, the green box. I'd like to try out some of those expansions. I think they got like 4 different expansions for that game. I can't remember what they're called. One's like called Friends and Fellowship or something, and another one's called Sauron. But they got different player boards and things of that nature. Here's a good, fun question. Well, let me think. Do you guys have any like vintage games that you think I should check out to review? I know Double Track was mentioned, and I was curious about that one. And I was wanting to write down some suggestions because right now I don't have a lot of games on my radar except for like the ones that are expensive. Power Rangers, oh my gosh. Yeah, good one. That's a good one. Lord of the Rings Risk. The trilogy edition is really, really good. Waterworld, I've seen the movie. I have not heard of the board game. Is it any good? Oh, 10-4 good buddy. Okay. There's a cute one I got, or someone lent me, Bigfoot 4x4x4. It has like these little miniatures of the Bigfoot trucks and a little gear shift. Excuse me. It's actually a pretty cool game. It's a kid's game, but it's pretty cool. 10-4 good buddy. All right. Yeah, well, that's a good game. I wish I would have put that on my top 100. It probably would have. That probably should have been number 100 to be honest with you, but at least. But it's definitely right there. I mean, it's okay. I'm with you, Vincent. It's okay, but it's a kid's game. I don't have that game. I did do a review on it a long time ago. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those top 100s, I tell you, they're tough to do. I mean, but they're fun to do. My friend Matt did a review of Jurassic Park. He actually did a review of all three of those games. It's under Matt Wilkins. And it's interesting. He said one game the dinosaurs are too powerful, and another game the humans are too powerful. And I think there's another one that had some kind of a broken rule or something like that. So all of them seem to have some kind of an issue. I'll have to ask him what his favorite one was, because if there's a power struggle, you could always do house rules for it. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad. I've enjoyed making them. Yes, we have Fortress America. We have not had a chance to break that one out yet, but I definitely would like to review that one. I just have to find the time to learn it and teach my wife that game. We have a little bit of time after my wife gets our son Jax to sleep, but I have to learn the game fully so I could teach her, since we don't have a lot of time at night. But anyway, you will like that game, Lord of the Rings trilogy. They've got like these event cards, and they're really cool. And you can and the map looks great. They've got like good lands and evil lands. And they've got strongholds. They got a whole bunch of stuff in this game. It looks great. Grape Escape. Okay, let me write that in. Let me see here. Diogenics. I haven't seen that one yet. Game of Thrones. You know what? I actually used to own that game, but I sold it. Any advice on teaching games to others? Well, I guess it just depends on the game. Like what? Let me see. If it's I would just simply say just know the game inside and out before you teach it, because that way you won't have to like go through the instructions all the time. I guess it just depends on the type of games or group likes. If they like casual games, it won't be as difficult as saying teaching Axis to allies or something like that. But if it was like a harder game, I might send them like the instructions or something so they could at least look through them. So then by the time you guys get to the table, you'll be able to play pretty quick. I don't have Grape Escape. I'm going to check that one out. One thing is cool, if you guys ever decide to do board game reviews, you could actually write off the games that you buy because it's a business expense, I learned. So I never had that one, I don't think. Let me take a look at some of these comments here. Diogenics. There was some dinosaur evolution game at Walmart. I think it was just called Evolution. Have you guys seen that one? Oh, is it? Oh. Grape Escape is like Splat. Well, if it's like Splat, then I'm definitely going to check it out because I love that game. My wife says, "Don't you already have that game?" Yeah, I have about I don't know, 12 versions of Monopoly, and it's kind of the same thing. Well, I'll tell you what. If you start doing them, let me know, and I'll make you I'll make a playlist or something for you. You know what? I had like a playlist open. It was like what was it, a community playlist, but I could never get anybody to share any reviews on there. But if you do start doing them, let me know. I know when I do them, I try to just keep them short and sweet and to the point. And I do a lot of editing too. I just try to like keep everything going. Yeah, please do. Let me know. Let me know. I'd like to try to maybe. I'll tell you what. If you guys have. I'd like to try to feature some of you guys if you have a board game channel. Maybe I know what is his name, Bowers Game Corner. He had done like a video of like top 25 YouTube board game channels or something like that on his page. And maybe what I'll do is if you guys have a board game channel, I'll do something like that. But I'm gonna do just you guys, whoever has a board game channel that's a subscriber to my page. That way, maybe you'll be able to get some more subscribers or something like that yourself. I've seen Board James. I've seen it, yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, okay, go. Well, Tabletop says, so we're going to video my collection. Okay, well, just send it to me whenever you get a chance, and I'll put it up there. I have a cell phone camera and a gear. Okay. Well, just let me know when you get something, Mr. CGM. The Vikings board game review show. I haven't heard of that one. Let me write Great Escape down here. My gosh, you're right. I have got to do a Nightmare playthrough. We have that game. We haven't had a chance to try it yet. We'll have to figure out a way to do that. That would be fun. Oh, Josh. Well, your wife should be happy, man. You're bringing happiness into the home. I haven't tried Nightmare out yet. It looks really cool. I know you can play the videos on YouTube, so I'm going to use that. Um, I found that one at a thrift store. Yeah, you know what? I might do a live playthrough of that one with Rebecca and see if she wants to do it. Kind of like a live video. I might do that and just see how we do. But I just have to figure out how I'd be able to get the TV video on there. But that would be kind of fun. We might play what's that game? It's the one you play in the dark with the castle, Vampire Hunter. Maybe we'll do that one. I'm gonna do it. We'll do it. We'll do something. I still gotta learn that game. Um, what are some other good Halloween games that you guys would recommend? Doorways to Horror. Ooh, that sounds good. Pressman made some pretty good games. I'll tell you, Nightmare. They might have the video of that Doorway to Horror game on Grave Danger. They may have that video on YouTube. Let's see, Doorways to Horror. I'm just checking the list out here, y'all. It is okay. Horrified. And whether my wife will play these or not, I don't know. We'll see. Oh yeah, I've seen that game around. Betrayal at the House on the Hill. Chiller 3. Man, there's a lot of these games. I'll tell you one thing. I'm glad that I'm so glad for you guys' support. I really appreciate it. I know that it's hard to try to get players to look at new, like some of the older vintage board games. But I know that some of them are just fantastic. And one day I'm gonna start showing people for real. Once I can get into some of these board game groups, some of these games. So, hey, what is? Oh, this is this is the Baz Turd. It's a board game channel, and we're just kind of chatting about games, mostly the older ones. Well, thank you. I try to keep fit. I'll check it out, Vincent. I'll try to remember to check out that Chiller Theater game, or if it is a game. Well, I'll tell you what. I went to where was it? I went to I guess it's a game place that had these board game nights and stuff, but all the games they had were like really, really heavy games, and I'm more of like casual on up, but some of these games were just so heavy. I was just shaking my head like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what is going on. Now, TBS Comics in Pensacola, they said, they don't do games like that typically on those types of nights, so I'm gonna try them out. Dragon Strike is now there's a version of Dragon Strike that has the big swinging dragon head. I don't think you're talking about that one though. And Wizard's Tower, that's not the one that's with that game. What is that game called? It's an expansion, but is Wizard Tower an actual standalone game? Let me see. I might try that one out. Horrified. I might write that in because I like Pandemic a lot. That's sad. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. I know. I'm eventually. I'm gonna try to see if I can get some people in my church to get involved with some games, but they're about 40 miles from where I'm at. So yeah, I haven't got Wizard's Tower yet, and I have not played Magic Realm from Avalon Hill yet. But I like Avalon Hill's games for sure. I'm gonna write that in there too. I'm just making notes here, guys. Okay, I'll check that out, Vincent. Thanks. Uh, Nick, is Wizard's Tower an older game? I'm assuming it is. Sounds like it is. Oh, it was okay. I did not have that one. Um, but yeah, now I remember Dragon Strike. Okay, yeah, I've heard of that game. Um, but I never got it. 92. Okay. Um, how many Monopoly games do I have? I'd say probably about 12 right now. I got, let's see if I can remember. Monopoly Cheaters Edition, Monopoly Lord of the Rings, Mega Monopoly, Monopoly Mario Kart, um, uh, Monopoly City, Monopoly Deal, a couple of the Monopoly card games. We got Chocolate-opoly, which is kind of cool. You put chocolate in the middle of the board, and you can. That's a pretty cool version. But those are the main ones that we have that I play. And I think we got an older version of Marvel or Monopoly Avengers. That's pretty cool. Unsocialism, yes, we just recently did get that one, and the price has gone down on that game. I think you can get it for about $60 now on Amazon. But that game is going for like $200. And I'm like, are you serious? $200? But yeah, it's gone down. I think the hype has finally gone down to where it's gone down in price. Now that everyone's focusing on Mrs. Monopoly. No, I have not played Anti Monopoly yet. Now there's somebody here that's actually selling that game, and is that any good? I've been debating getting it. Let me see here. How old of games are you looking for? It just depends. Usually 70s and up is what I do. Um, but depending on the game, I'll look beyond that too. Yeah, yeah. That's actually I spent $20 on my copy. So it might be worth getting. I don't know. I mean, it's it's a fun game. I like it, but it may go down lower if you wait longer. I'm not sure, but if you're looking for just anything, I like older games as long as they're good and unique. I'll take any suggestions for sure. Um, I might check it out. I just remember that there is with Anti-Monopoly, there's like two teams or something like that. There's a Monopoly team and some other team, and I can't remember exactly the rules, but it was one of those games that was made to make a point, I think. I do. Hey Bella. Yeah, I look on there a lot. Oh, my wife's home. I look on there a lot. I found some good games there. That's how I actually got Hero Quest because I was selling a game to somebody and they mentioned that they had it, and that's how I came about getting there. But I've got I've gotten some good ones. I got Star Wars Epic Duels that way, and I've also sold some games too for pretty good prices. So yeah, that's a good place to look for some games. For sure. That's a good place. They know, and there's always people that are trying to sell games. I know for myself, I got about 80 games I need to get rid of. Let's Go. I might check that out. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. Yep. Jackson and Rebecca are home. Hey, sweetheart. I don't think she heard me. I want to get that game Go For It. It's a game based on the 80s. I would like to get that one too. That's definitely on my list to get. And one day I would like to get Star Wars Queen's Gambit, but I'm going to have to win the lottery or something because that one is hard. That one's expensive. The Jack is back. Let's see. Let Go. Okay, I might check on there. I've never checked Let Go before. Let me see here. Um, all right, let me check through. Let me look through this real quick here, guys. Just looking through this, make sure I didn't forget anything. Queen's Gambit. Oh my gosh, Avalon Hill. I believe Hasbro teamed up to make this game, and it's got tons and tons of pieces in this game, and it's like a 3-tiered game. You're basically fighting 3 battles and one from the original movie. And there's tons of cards, and my friend Matt has this game, and he absolutely loves this game. And Avalon Hill, I think they went out of business a while ago, but it's a fantastic game for what I understand. But it goes for around $300-400 now. Oh gosh, but it's a good game. You would know if you had Queen's Gambit. It looks like this. There's 2 boards like this, and then there's one that's like this. I'm going to keep my eye on it. It's something that I'm going to have to basically, if when it comes to those Grail games, I have to bide my time. And that's how I've gotten a lot of the games I have, is just because I waited for the right price to show up. And sometimes it takes a while, but I just don't want to spend $500 on a game. Hey Bella, good night to you. Go for Broke. Yeah, I like Go for Broke. The one I like is the one that has it has this part that you put in the middle of the board. It has like the spinner, and then it has like the little thing for the casino. The other ones don't have it, but it's like a little board that has these components on there that are physical components that I like. I like that version. Yeah, it is. And I only have it when it comes to the Grail games. I get a little bit impulsive sometimes when it comes to certain games, but I do not want to spend tons of money on it. But one day maybe I'll get it. But I am coming up with an issue. I need more room. I'm slowly running out of room in the garage. So, all right. Oh, Michael Jackson board game. That would be interesting. I didn't know they even made a Michael Jackson board game. Trying to think of another game I'd like to get. You know what? I have an idea. I know exactly what I can do. I'm still looking for a good Crossfire game. Okay. I'm just going through my eBay thing. These are games that I'm just kind of looking for. Let's see. Curse of the Idol. I got a lot of these. Dynamite's another game that I'd like to get one of these days. Break the Safe's on there. Let me look through this again. I have not played Mad Magazine board game. I have the card game, though, and that plays a lot like Uno. Yeah, that's what I do. I typically get games, and then I flip them, and then I use the money to get the bigger games. I do that a lot, too. I have Break the Safe in the top 100, Vincent. I think it's number somewhere in the 50s, I think, or in the 60s. But that's a great game. We had the Crossfire one, but my wife and I didn't like it because we could barely make the puck move. And I was kind of wondering if maybe the playing board was made from a different material or something. Because I see the one I think that's made in the late 80s, and the puck's moving a lot better. Maybe it's just a bad version. I'm not sure. What do you think of the Mad Magazine board game? Is that okay? Okay, Wade, here's a question for you. How do the pucks move on that game? Do they move they move pretty good? Because I know when my wife and I were playing the one Crossfire game, we were shooting at this thing for 10 minutes straight, and we could barely get it to move. Oh, well, I would say, well, I have them now, but Fireball Island and Dark Tower are probably the ones that were on my wish list for the longest time. Right now, Space Crusade's on there. What else is on there? I have Crossfire on there, but I'm kind of okay waiting on that. Curse of the Idols one I've been wanting to get. And eventually Star Wars Queen's Gambit would be one I'd like to get if I could get it for a decent price. Oh, you do have the same issue? Okay. Target. Yeah, they have. Oh, it is the same? Okay. Let's see. I feel the same way. I have like all these games that I hardly ever play, and I just can't. I just don't have the heart to sell on tabletop. The card game is pretty cool. It's kind of like a twist on Uno, the Mad Magazine one. Let's see. I'm just looking, guys, through the comments. Yeah, that if man, we had the Crossfire game from the '70s, the one from Ideal that has a huge table. I like that one a lot. Those guns shoot super fast though, and I think the puck actually ends up moving more than it should. I think, and sometimes the balls they fly off the board and stuff. And they're easy to lose. Vegas. There's a board game called Vegas. I was thinking about getting that one, an older one. Oh, it is okay. Yeah, Vic. Okay, Nick. I'll check that out, Nick. Thanks. That's how I got my copy of Vic from the Pit. Is I asked somebody about it, and they sold it to me for like $10. Thanks for that. I'll check that out. See if any. I know there's always people trying to trade on that site. Yeah, that's good, Vincent. Yeah. Yeah, or just a lighter, or just a lighter puck. Wade for the Crossfire game. It's just no fun when you're just hitting and hitting and hitting these pucks and they barely move. Hey, Devin, how are you? I do. I haven't done much of it. I'm trying to think of a game that I would like to solo game. Pandemic. I just recently got Pandemic Fall of Rome, and I really like that game a lot. And I want to solo game that one too. Okay, thank you so much, Tabletop. I appreciate you, man. We will see you soon, and whenever you get those that video ready, let me know, okay? And I'm probably gonna have to go in about. Well, you know what? I got some time. I wanted to try. Let's see here. I wish there was a way I could do a subscribers top 100, like to where I could get all the subscribers together and say, okay, guys, what are your top 100 games? And then figure out, like maybe do a poll or something like that and just see what shows up. I'd be curious to see what would happen there. I do know what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a top 10 variants, like of the different variants of certain big games like Monopoly. Like they got a lot of variants that don't play like the original. So I'm thinking I might do a top 10 of those, and then of Scrabble, and then of all these other games too. I might be able to. I might check that out. Poll on BGG. Be kind of interesting to see what would happen there. Mr. Cabbage Head's Garden is good. That's a funny title. I might try that out and see if anybody would like it. Hey, here's a question, guys. Just for, I don't know if it's publicity, but are there any sites that you would recommend that I could maybe share this channel to that maybe I haven't? I know that there's a lot of places online that will share board game channels and things of that nature. I was just curious if you guys knew of any that I might be able to say, hey, if you check this out. Was that Burgle Brothers? Do a straw poll with a master list of board games and seeing. Okay. I like these suggestions, guys. Thanks. I could try it. I'm going to do a poll. I'm curious. One day I want to do a poll and just see what the world thinks. One thing I could do, well, no. I could go on Board Game Geek and just look at all the ratings and stuff like that, but the only thing is I don't know. Well, no, you know what? I could do that. I could do a if I had the time, I could do a top 100 of the vintage board games just by the Board Game Geek ratings. I could do that. I'm not. I actually talked to Tom recently, but I could try to contact him and see if he'd be interested in older games. I know that they have the Retro Board Gamer on there, I think, but they don't really do a lot. Wade, Dream Phone, yes. I had a friend that actually loaned me that game, and I did a review on it. It's kind of funny. That's a pretty funny game. It's just funny to play, but that's another game that goes for a lot of money. Okay, thanks, Nick. I'll try that. I'm just kind of curious. I'm just trying to see if I can get more people, just so I can maybe spread the word about some of these older games and get them out there. Well, you know what? I did email Tom once, and he wrote me back. So I might message him again and see if he might want me to do that. I mean, they don't pay anything, and but at the very least, if I got my name out there, that might be something. Oh yeah, the board game breakfast. I might actually suggest that and see what he thinks about it. Since I have like so many of these older games, why not? All right. Well, I appreciate the suggestions, guys. Thank you. I'll try that out. But I know one thing: the Monopoly games I've been doing, they've been doing really well, and I kind of use those games to kind of put up a little playlist on the side about the vintage ones, so that way maybe people will click on them and check them out. Well, I hope so. I mean, I've got, if I were to put games like In from the Pit on the board game breakfast or some of these bigger games that no one's heard of, I think that would get a lot of interest because Dice Tower is like the #1 channel, you know. I have no doubt that if I were to put games, games that are like rare and whatever on there, they probably would get some interest for sure. But I'd be curious to see what he would say. Hold on a second, guys. Bug, you okay? She's trying to get Jackson to sleep. Oh, I don't know where I'd hope so. I have Bargain Hunter. I like that game. I think that was number 80 something in the top 100. I'm going to be getting the top 10 list done probably. I might actually do it tonight and maybe save it. Yeah. I like your suggestions, guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Hey, you know what? I know there's any good ones for sale. You mean, James, do you mean the ones that I have that are for sale? I've got a bunch. Let me see what I got. Appreciate it, Vincent. Oh, I'm not selling my copy, but you can get it for cheap on eBay, I think, maybe for $20. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Vincent. Okay. All right. Well, here's a question. My wife, I've been kind of enjoying doing the playthroughs with my Rebecca on the live plays that we do. We did Monopoly Socialism the last time. Are there any games you'd like to see me and her play live? Oh, 40? Let me take a look for you and see if there's something cheaper. It shouldn't be that much. All right. I'm just looking up a board game, guys. I'll be right there. I found a Bargain Hunter game here for $20. Here, I'm going to post the link on here, okay? Let's see, where is it here? James, I'm going to post the link right here, okay, for the Bargain Hunters. Hey, brother, how are you? Yeah. Clue is that's a great game. Clue is a great museum game, but that's a lot of fun. You're welcome. Yeah, I would say just get a used copy. You don't really need to get a new copy. You get it for half off if you get used. I hope you guys are doing good. I have not done McDonald's playthrough. That actually would be a fun one to do. That's a fun game. I made a. I don't know if you guys knew this. I made an expansion to that game, McDonald's. But I'll probably just do the regular version. I added a whole bunch of the burgers, and I added some of the out of print ones, like out of print, the ones they don't make anymore, like the McDLT. I did all that. I made a breakfast menu. I'm gonna try that one out with her. See what she says. That's a simple one to learn too. All right. I'll put this on your list, guys. I'm gonna do. Let me see. Oh, did you try the McDonald's expansions, Vincent? You did try them. Cool. Well, I'm glad you like them if you did. Oh, great. Yay. Finally, someone did the expansions. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right. All right, guys. I am going to probably have to go in about 5 minutes or so, but let's see here. That's very cute. But I'll tell you what I've got coming up. I got the top. Oh, my BGG. It's this. It's. I'll put it on here for. I'll just put it on the chat window here. It's No Joha. That's a really good game. The Great Museum Caper. It's a fun game. We haven't played it a lot, but it's a fun game for sure. We enjoy it. But yeah, I'll put McDonald's on the playthrough menu. Playthrough menu. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's nothing like Clue at all. It's just you're just trying to. One person's a thief, and they're trying to steal paintings, and the other people are trying to find the thief. It's a cool game. But I'll tell you, see the news. I'm going to finish the top 10 up this week, and I'm trying to think what else I was going to do. I'm going to try to find a vintage board game to review. I've just been working on the top 10 so much, but we'll get on it. You, Matt, your wife. Oh man. Well, if Matt only gets over here once a year, so maybe when he gets back here, Hero Quest. I could probably do that. It might take a while to play, but we could do it. Because right now, I think we're on Quest 3. We've only played it like twice, but we love that game. I'll throw that in there. Hero Quest. Oh gosh, 5-hour Trivial Pursuit. I might title that one like torture. Watch this live play. Okay, well, thank you so much, CJM. Just let me know, okay? Maybe we'll do Dark Tower live. We just have to find the time because that game can go a little long sometimes. But Matt and I did it. He died. All right, guys, I'm going to have to run. Thanks, guys, so much for being here, and I appreciate y'all for sure. And I'll let y'all know when the next live chat is, and we'll have some more fun, okay? Good night to you guys. You guys take care. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for your support. Thanks, guys. Take care, Wade and James and Mr. CJM and Vincent. Y'all take care. I'm glad you had fun, Vincent. I had fun too, man. And we'll talk to y'all soon. God bless you guys. Thanks again. Y'all take care too. Thanks.